What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and thank y'all for tuning in. We're coming to you just post-race from an epic High Point National for round 4 Pro Motocross. I've been running around this place all day long. Track got insane. It was Gnarls Barkley, brutal, all the adjectives I always use. They all apply here, so like we always do, gonna do a track walk. I want to show you guys what these guys were dealing with and just how brutal it is, because the average rider, you guys wouldn't stand a chance. You're not even making a lap. But kind of like we did at Thunder Valley, we're going to do the track walk first. I already busted out a couple sections of it between motos, and then we'll head back to the car. We'll do a post-race review, a quick one hopefully. Try to keep it brief because I'm smoked. But yeah, track walk first, thoughts on the race second, and a word from the sponsors before all of it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This coverage is brought to you by ASV Inventions, Sirius Studio, the Design Lab Co., and On Track School. I've got links, discount codes, and all that fun stuff in my video description, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Got the start. This section was Titty City, but stay tuned for the rest of the track. It looks nothing like this. 450 moto just finished up. I'm still out of breath. But here we got turn 2. They prepped this before the start of every moto, and it still gets all jacked up in 30+2. Every time, it's in the damn contract. It's not even in the fine print. It's up top in bold. Then we're into turn 3. Ruts on the inside single, ruts on the outside. A lot of talk about Mulcho Cross, but honestly, it looked like it turned out all right. Inside, rip the potholes, probably roll that scrub, turn down for what, up the ice concrete national, or around the outside, give her the big old yank for Carmichael double. Used to be big, but yeah, now it ain't. Pretty sure I saw Lala Turner scrub it and pull a tear off over it in the WMX moto, so this jump ain't how it used to be, but if you roll it, you're in for way more punishment than if you jump it, even if you got a lawyer up when you case it. Nah, no sir. Man, I just got fan loves and people recognize me from racing the 2-stroke. Like, guys, I am nothing. There was real talent on the track, like all day today. And then right after Carmichael double into these turning rollers, whether you go out on the wall, Trump would love that outside, or middle, or inside, you're in for a brutally, physically demanding invitational. This has got to be one of the most taxing on the body sections in pro motocross. I mean, just pound your way through this. This track shows your body no mercy. Everything's on a hill. There's ruts everywhere. Got a slick base under Mulcho Cross. There's potholes. There's big ass bumps. There is everything. Out of the rollers. Bounce down into one of those and just pray you land right. Out of the turning rollers. Check this corner. Inside roller down to China and rumble strips all the way up that tabletop. Made it into a dragon's back. Can't even have those in Supercross. Got them out here just based on roughness of the course. Yeah. Land this tabletop, you got hard base, literal rock. Go ahead and do the boys a solid for next year. Yacht, you're welcome. But yeah, this was sick. Ruts and bumps, you name it, it's got it. It's got those everywhere around the track. By the end of the day, a lot of those guys were actually picking that round the outside, long way around, but a little bit smoother. Use that bank and a little bit more momentum into the program. I mean, this is shot. It's almost as cooked as I am. My legs have pulses, but I really hope you guys enjoy the content because I feel like it's worth it to bring it to you, no choice. I mean, all these ruts are just a squiggle and a squaggle. None of them are straight. They're about as straight as Clay Aiken. I feel like that was a very old reference. I remember watching that dude on American Idol back when I was a kid. Maybe I shouldn't have admitted that. I was too young to know better than to not watch that. It was just my parents watching it. I was just in the room, I promise. But yeah, down another hill, more wreckage. You probably find the Titanic down there somewhere. Being consistent. Deegs just said the fans are lit, but this section is not. Not a single line is lit. Maybe they should light it up with a caution light or something, but that's about all I'd say. You're up. And this double may or may not be about 7 feet long, but doubling down it is one of the most technical things in moto. Roll through this or double if you're in the UFO files. And yeah, doesn't look like fun to me, but you guys be the judge. That's what the comment section's for. All right, Deegs, what the heck, bro? Thought you learned your lesson last week. Was this you? Did you do this? I'll help you out too, Deegs. Destroy the evidence. No choice. Like I said, the whole track's on a hill. Go down into this valley, right back up over this anthill, down into some more corduroy pants nationals, and yeah, triple step up, or just double if you're me when I raced here. And look at how deceiving this had to be for the guys. A little bit of fluff right here, and then just right next to it, hard slimy base. And I saw a lot of scoop tires today. That had to be tricky Ricky. Got this massive big ass quad. Honestly, one of the best parts of the track. You can get some breathing, a little breath in the air, loosen the grip and all that, but do it while you can, because be gripping the Renthal's tight through there. Oh, I so badly wish they would run like a 40 plus C moto at the end of a Pro National day, just so all the couch warriors and keyboard kings in the comment sections could see how bad they would flounder around out here, because I don't even think they'd make it a lap. Cameras will never do this justice, especially not TV when they're up high, but these hills are straight up, straight down, total elevator shaft invitational. Brother, oh my gosh. This could have sent somebody 6 feet under. We'll even do the amateur day kids a favor now. God, going up and down these hills has had me out of breath so much more often than not today. But to the top of this thing, some more peg draggers. And this thing is on way more of an angle than you can tell, I promise. Deep as crap, all of them. You can even go to the outside and do the Superfan point and shoot. You are headed straight back down. The ruts don't end anytime soon, but honestly, some of the years I've raced it, there's been ruts all the way down the hill and all the way up the jump. So it actually could be worse. Laying this step up, pick a rut, and choose wisely, because you're in one for 3 to 5 business days all the way through this sweeper. I've had a lot of the racers that I've been talking to over the last couple of rounds. They've actually told me that by far their favorite content of mine that I do are these post-race track walks, because not only do they like seeing what they just raced, but I think they really like you guys at home seeing what they're dealing with out here, because it is mental. Don't even think about letting your ass hit the seat through here. Stand all the way through, drop down into China on the inside, do the same thing right here in the middle where I'm at, or on the outside. You guessed it, you partake in the exact same activity. This is unbelievably tricky. You got some big ass ruts. You would think some decent amount of traction through here, but then you get right here and it is straight up to the base, rock with potholes that puts you into more ruts. These guys just don't get enough credit for what they're doing out here. I'm not even being the slightest bit sarcastic or exaggerating when I say this, but for me, High Point was typically a race of survival. It can be hard to even do laps around this track consistently. I mean, you can see through here, pegs have clearly been dragging, and I don't think they've touched this section all day, maybe not even since last year. Little step up yacht, and then we got like 6 or 9 ruts that all lead into one right here. I could see some definite collisions, some Vince Freezy specs going on right there, not even on purpose. Or you could go around the outside, get on that hard packed. A lot of these outsides, those kind of turned into the hard rocky spots at the end of the day. Inside is where you could find all the ruts. Then we got this little downhill into a brutal rough and rutted off-camber sweeper. This is always one of my least favorite parts of High Point. So much steeper than it looks, so much more rutted than it looks, rougher than it looks. I hate that you guys keep having to take my word for it. I'm doing the best I can to show you, but it is insane. Got some fans participating on track walk too. Illicitly, they have no choice. I love it. Make it happen. Inside, bad. Rut 2, bad. That used to be Rut 3, but it was probably bad before. The new Rut 3 is still bad. Rut 4, 5, they're all bad. And around the outside, that's the goat trail. Use it if you please. WFO. And this section, I believe, is pretty much only used for the Pro National every year, but when they do use it, they dig down and they have these rocks coming up to the surface and heading towards the program every single year. Up to the top, I'm hoping to God that's the last hill I climb today. We got this triple with pretty much no landing. Rupture a disc on a good day, and then one more inside-outside option. We'll go up there and take a better look at it. Land, chatter your bones. And yeah, one more Gnarls Barkley section until you get to what's usually the most Gnarls Barkley section of all, which is this downhill coming up. And then this is the hill I really wanted to show you guys before they got to it. Stoked I got here before they dozed it, and we still got another 450 moto to go. This is insane. No good, also no good, and no good. And then Jet and all the alien freaks in the UFO files are actually using that and jumping way down And they actually, I think they have prepped this in the last couple of motos, because usually the bumps are taller than I am, but still gnarly. I promise it's way worse than it looks. Real cameras don't do it justice. My iPhone definitely never does. And actually, this is kind of tame compared to when I raced High Point last, because there was a bunch of rain, super soft, and it was just a survival national. But we still got some big-ass bumps in the contract, a nice trip to Indonesia waiting for you on the inside, a little rut with tons of chop next to it, another big one, more chop on the outside. The gnarly part about these pro national tracks is there are no good lines. There are just better lines than others. And then down into this corner, this is always a wasteland. It's been a long day. My choke's on. I'm stuttering at the national, but around the outside's gnarly. We got hooks and ACL inducers in here, and then on the way out, it's pretty much rock city. It's down to the base in a big way. 450 sight lap about to fire up. I just really wanted to show you guys this before they dozed it. But yeah, for sure, dude. Tons of traction. More traction on Diddy's bedroom floor. Nice little lens switch. That was convenient. Check out the triple step up for Moto 2 of the 450s. I could get on my ass and slide right down that thing. Land this triple up, pick one. Not even the last corner is an easy one. You never get a break around here. Final corner till you hit the checkers, or the blue flag if you're me, or maybe even the black flag if you're J-Law. All colors fly. And then, yeah, that sweeper looks about how I thought it would. We're getting to the end of the lap, and I have run right out of steam. Laying the finish, got 450s coming at us here in a minute. I'm doing my best here to try to get to everything. And I'm out of breath, beyond words from running around from section to section. Little step up right where Seth Hammaker did a backflip. So insane. I was right here for it. And how about trying to read your pit board and read the track and pick a rut? For sure, dude. Might as well put Latin in front of me. All right, YouTube, now we'll rip off some thoughts about the race. I don't know how much I have in the tank because, yeah, the candle has been burnt and at both ends at best. But I always say that and I always find some words. I mean, it's such an awesome sport. Such a great series this year. It's just, it's easy to talk about. So we'll start off with the 450 class, a 1-1. I feel like it was probably the best 450 Pro Motocross race we've ever seen out of Hunter Lawrence. Got out front early, both motos. The first moto, nobody even had a chance to stop him. The dude was at Gapplebee's, serving up a 3-course meal immediately within the first few laps. And then that second moto, he had Jet right there with him. I thought Jet was actually throwing the kitchen sink at it pretty early, making some serious pushes at it, but he just didn't have it in the tank today. Hunter was a man amongst boys, amongst slower men today, and yeah, awesome day for Hunter, a 1-1 over Jet with the 2-2. I don't think it was quite good enough to get him back in the points lead. I don't have the points on me right now. I'm just sitting here in the tower by the finish line, got dozers behind me getting the track ready for amateur day, but yeah, totally uncontested from Hunter, pretty much from start to finish. Awesome day for him. And then second place, 2-2, second overall was Jet Lawrence, and the real story this morning was more Jet versus Deegan beef. I mean, this thing is just the gift that keeps on giving. I was just stuttering with the choke on again, but yeah, Deegan waited like almost an entire lap, just looking back, hanging out, waiting, because he was on the top of the board. He waited for Jet, roosted him, started messing with him, then Jet roosted him back. Second practice, Jet went down. Hayden said some choice words to him on the way by, and then Jet told him he was number one. So that was really fun. Some fun morning activity. I've had some people telling me I'm just clickbaiting and this and that, talking about their beef and this and all that, but it's real. Been watching it with my own two eyes every weekend trackside, and yeah, not quite the day that we're all used to seeing out of Jet Lawrence. I mean, usually if he starts second right behind Hunter, he finds a way around pretty quickly and takes off with it. But yeah, that first moto, pretty good comeback and damage control just to get back to that 2 spot. And then the second moto, he just didn't quite have it for Hunter. Maybe this wasn't a good track for the ankle. He did crash in practice, so maybe that aggravated it a little bit. I don't really know, but yeah, he just wasn't quite in Hunter's league today. But still, it's the Lawrence brothers world, and we are definitely just living in it. And then third overall was Hayden Deegan. I was expecting maybe a little bit more after qualifying. He qualified fastest in the first one, and he's been chirping, messing with Jet a whole lot. So you have to think at some point he's going to come out and lay the wood to him, but it wasn't going to be today. I say all that about expecting more out of him, but that was kind of based off this morning. Coming into this thing, I actually thought this was going to be a tough track for him. A lot of hills, the surface is pretty tricky, and he's still new to the 450. Still sometimes rides it like a 250, bangs the revs, and a lot of clutch, this and that, and sometimes that doesn't lend itself very good to a track like this. But still a really good job for Hayden to get third on the podium. And he was just talking about it in the press conference. He's a whole lot closer this weekend in that second moto to Jet than he was last weekend. So he's definitely making improvements across the board. And then a fourth place for Jorge Prado. I'm totally kidding about calling him George. He doesn't deserve that anymore, but very good day from him. That first moto, I was super impressed by his charge late in the moto because Jet got him. I kind of thought he was going to fall into the clutches of Deegs and end up in the danger zone, but he ended up kind of rallying late, had a second wind, and really put in a good charge to get that third in that first moto. And then the second moto didn't quite have the same fire. It actually seemed like he ran out of steam quite a bit late, got passed by AP, his teammate, and just wasn't quite the Prado we were looking for in that second moto. Not quite the Prado that's won 2 world championships, but still only a second time racing the series, first time on the KTM, and yeah, I'm still waiting for more. I expect a little bit more out of Prado, and I still think we're going to get more. It just hasn't quite happened yet. And then rounding out the top 5, a heart warmer at the National, AP7, digging, dude. He had the shovel out all day long. Awesome day for AP. He's been slowly but steadily chugging along and coming back from the sickness and all the injuries and crashes he had from Supercross. It's been a long road back, but yeah, really good riding from AP. He was very strong late in that second moto, so that's a good nod to the fitness, good nod to the comfort on the bike, because the track was Gnarls Barkley. If you're thriving on a track like this, then you had to be feeling pretty good, so a really good top 5 for AP. We'd love to see that. A solid day for Marchbanks in the 6th ride. Stop me if you guys have heard this before, but he got some bad starts, charged the whole moto, and definitely made more passes than anybody else on the track. And then we had a good day for the Tri-Muffs. Mikkel Harp 7th and Jordan Smith 9th, and we had RJ Hampshire in the 8th spot. Valentin Guillot rounded out the top 10, but that was the 450 class. Then we'll jump into the 250s. A wild series so far. You never know what the hell you're going to get with this class. And with a 1-1, dominant ride for the Kiwi. I feel like this is what Cole Davies has been waiting for. I don't even think it's unexpected for him. I think this is what he's been looking for all along. This is what he thought he could do all along, and he's been fastest qualifier the last couple of weekends in a row, so you had to know it was coming. You knew the speed was there, and he opened up an entire case of whoop ass on those boys today. He made it look easy doing it. He kind of looked like he was on a Sunday cruise, just hopping through the bumps and getting very technical with it, showing off his technique that he uses in Supercross. Just all around, badass day and a badass ride from Cole Davies. Nobody had a single thing for him, not even really close. I feel like he just opened it up and managed, and with that 1-1 and a ton of issues with his championship contenders or rivals, he's actually gotten himself within like 6 or 7 points of the points lead. So yeah, this 250 class, it's all over the place. One week you got one thing, then the next week it completely turns upside down. So we still don't know what we're going to get out of this thing as far as the season goes. But yeah, great riding on the day for Davies. Then we had a 2-2 for 2 Jews for a second place. And I can't say enough about how awesome Juju Bomer's comeback has been. I mean, the injury he had, that was serious. It's not something I would be coming back from, that's for sure. Not even to get 35th at the National, but he's clawed his way back. A lot of therapy, a lot of time waiting, and it seems like he did everything right, because at this point, it's like he's better than ever. I don't ever remember him having results like this outdoors, no podiums outdoors up until this year, and this year, he's just found himself on the podium like the entire series so far. So even on the overall podium, he got himself a second today. So really good ride for Juju. And like I said earlier, I don't have the points on me right now, but he's another one. He's got to be entering the conversation. Being close to that red plate, he's been pretty consistent as far as this class has gone. I mean, consistent's a relative term, but really good start to the series for 2 Jews. And then rounding out the podium, the dude was charging all day long. Joe, Sushi, Wasabi, Shimoda. And I feel like the starts are really doing Joe in, because he's not qualifying very good, and that's giving him a bad gate pick. That leads to a bad start, then he's kind of back in all the chaos in the first lap. I mean, when you hang out with the squirrels, sometimes you're going to get your nuts busted, and there's actually no squirrels on the track in Pro Motocross, and luckily Joe's nuts didn't get busted either, so I don't even really know why I said that, but yeah. He went forward all day long. He never stopped charging. I don't think the dude ever gets tired. He might not even sweat, but he's another one. He's got to be right there in this championship picture. He might even have the red plate after today, for all I know. I maybe should have checked up on the points before I did this, but if you guys watched the race on TV, I'm sure they showed the points on that. So yeah, you have no choice but to refer to that. Then a 4th place was Levi Kitchen. A very lackluster day for the chef. We definitely needed a new kitchen in the chef today. Crash early in Moto 1. That definitely didn't do him any solids in the contract or the program at all. Then he had to kind of claw back and go from behind in that one. Then the second moto just didn't really quite seem to have the fire or any of that intensity that we've seen out of him in recent weeks. But I heard him on the podium. He was talking about how he really likes this run of races that's coming up. Redbud, Southwick, Millville, and then of course Washougal. That's in the chef's backyard. So I still think he's in a really good spot for this championship. I mean, he had the red plate coming in. He's got to be really close today, even after a lackluster day. So I don't think it's too much of a disaster for the chef just yet. And then rounding out the top 5, stoked to see this. Caden Minear, the rookie, or I mean, you can kind of call him a rookie. Every star rider does rookie debuts before their actual rookie season, but really solid day from Minear. I actually recently found out, I think he watches the channel, so I appreciate it, Caden. Thank you very much. And he has low-key been putting in some awesome rides all summer, just right behind that lead group. Not really in the spotlight or anything like that, but he's just been digging the whole time around a lot of really good guys and beating a lot of really good guys. And that second moto was awesome, man. I mean, he ran up in second for a long time, finally got passed for second, but held on for third. He had a hard charge in Sushi right on his ass for that whole last part of that moto, and held strong, held him off, and ended up on the box in that second moto. And who doesn't love some box? We all do around here. No choice. And then last note in the 250 class, what a bummer for Seth Hammaker. The backflip seen around the world, or at least I think it was. I at least saw it. I got a video of it. Stay tuned to my 250 coverage, and I'll show you guys the clip, but not what we were looking for at the home race. He started out so good, so consistent, and so strong. Even after first turn crashes, he's been doing salvage jobs and making it happen either way. I hope this dozer right behind me isn't destroying what we're doing here, but yeah, not a good day for Hammaker. The first moto wasn't really ideal either, and he had himself in a good position in the second moto. He was where he needed to be, but he landed on the rear wheel and just grabbed a handful. Call him Ryan Villapoto 2015 MXGP style, because he looped it hard. Total backflip. Bike went 6 or 9 feet in the air and got destroyed upon impact. And yeah, just definitely a bad deal all around. And I watched the clip back. I slowed it down, and it looks like he took a gnarly hit. It looks like he crunched himself pretty good and walked off the track pretty slow. So get well soon to Seth Hammaker if you need it. I really hope he's good, because not only is he our guy, he's a great dude, but he's a contender for this championship, and the series is always better when all those guys are in it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys as far as thoughts on High Point go. One more stutter, and once again, that was a bit longer than I planned on going, but I just love this sport, love this series. There's so many awesome things to talk about. I could probably have gone on way longer, but I don't need to do that. That's a wrap on this video. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, free of all and any bit of choice.